All right, everybody, we officially platinumed Spider-Man 2. I think it's only appropriate that we do a rate the Spider-Man suits. I did this like way back in the day, like before I even started Twitch streaming, and it was awful quality, but I'm better at this now. So we're gonna do a number score between 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. These are just my own personal opinions. If you have a different opinion than I do, that's awesome. Let me know in the comments, and we'll just go from there and get started. So, the Advanced Suit 2.0. At first, I really didn't like this suit. Over time, I also appreciate that this suit is actually red and not orange like the Advanced Suit. I still like the original Advanced Suit more in terms of like the Spider-Man design, but like in this game, for some reason, like this one's like especially orange, whereas this one's actually red. But over time, I think I've just grown to really like this suit, and frankly, like this version of Peter like in the suit. So honestly, I gotta give this one like a 9. And then for his colors, I like what they did here with like the Far From Home kind of reference, or like even like the original Spider-Man. I think that the red is a little bit too like magenta for my taste. The inverse color I think is just funny, but it's very meh. And then the yellow mustard color is just very not pleasant. So we have the black suit. I really like this version of the black suit. This one is easily like, ooh, it's gotta be a 10, dog. I love it as this Insomniac interpretation of Spider-Man, and this is the suit that Peter has kind of like, you know, when he's thinking about the symbiote suit and kind of like designing it. I like the tacticalness of it. I think it makes it very unique. This is just a pretty suit. I would get a hot toy of this suit for sure. So I'm giving it a 10. I really like this suit. This symbiote suit where Peter gets more enraged and he becomes all veiny and stuff. And I actually want to look at this for comparison. I will say I like this more than this. It's like the veiny stuff for the context of the story is great, and it looks more Venom-ish. But in terms of overall design, I'm giving this one a 9, just because I like this one more. The anti-Venom suit, I know what they're doing with it. I think the design is kind of nice, but like I just don't really vibe with this suit. Whenever I go into Surge mode, this is like the worst part about Surge mode. I just don't like the way that that this works, in my opinion. So like I'm gonna give this one like a 6. It's like slightly above average for me. Classic suit is classic. This was one of my favorite suits. I think they added a little more like texture to it with like some of like the lines on like the legs and stuff. It kind of has like the same like color-ish schemes from the last one. Like this one's just kind of inverse and a little bit more like saturated. I really like this one. This one looks more like, you know, the original OG Spider-Man suit with the color. And this one is a little more like brighter for the red and blue, but it also has the white spider logo, which is really nice. This one's the worst out of all of them, but I feel like all these are like roughly the same for me. I gotta give this one a 10 once again. It's like can't go wrong, classic suit, and like the color variations are really nice. The Scarlet 3 suit, I like it, but I wouldn't wear it. That's just kind of my own opinion. This one, with all of its color variations also, I think I like this one the best, but this one is just like the actual, I don't know what it is with Insomniac and these mustard colors. I don't like this. Overall, I'm gonna give it an 8. It looks really good. I like the colors and the texture and like the way that like the whole suit plays, but like I'm not really a big fan of that spider logo though, but I'm gonna give it an 8. Classic Advanced suit. I'm also gonna give it the same rating as the Advanced 2.0 suit, which is a 9. I like the design of this one more, but the orange color is just not it. Like it needs a little bit more vibrance and saturation. Again, they're doing the same thing with the inverse thing, but like I feel like if these colors were reversed and they were put on this suit, it would be ideal. And then we also got to talk about Mustard Man again over here. But this suit right here, this is a fucking 10. This one right here is a 10. This is the suit that literally everybody who wanted a symbiote version of the classic suit did. Like, this is what they wanted. I would see this all over the place when I was shopping for Spider-Man suits and looking at suits and whatnot. This is the one that I would see all the time, was a symbiote version of this suit. This suit is beautiful. I would wear this over this one especially. So yeah, this advanced suit is a 9, but the symbiote version of it's a 10. The Kumo suit. Why does he look like Yoshinitsu from Tekken and Soul Calibur? This one's weird. I get what they're going for. I think I like the black and white one the most, but I'm not really feeling this suit either. This one's like a 4. I think it's unique, but like, who the fuck is gonna wear this? Like that, I just, no. The hybrid suit. You know, I appreciate that this is one of the first ones that we unlock. I feel like they made it more shiny in this one. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that feels a little bit off from the movie. I think it needs to be a little darker, cuz like you know what I think it is? I think that is what it is. I think that the gold parts are really shiny, and they're reflecting off of all of the surfaces because of the ray tracing. But then I think the pants need to be a little bit darker. Overall, like, I like the suit in general, especially like towards like the end of No Way Home and like kind of what it symbolizes. But like in here, I'm gonna give it like an 8. Amazing 1 Garfield suit. The first game did it better, I think. I think there's something a little bit off with the lenses, just a little bit. Something different about them, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But like, this one looks a little bit more like basketball texture. I mean, like, it was like that before, but like, I don't know. There's something about this suit here that feels different. I don't know if it's because they added like even more texture to it. I think that might be what it is. I'm glad that it's here though. I'm glad that they brought it back. It's like a very iconic suit, you know? But overall, I'm gonna give it, I think, the same grade as this one. I'm gonna give it an 8. And then we have the TASM 2 suit. The suit that I wanted in this game since the beginning. This is my favorite Spider-Man suit of all time. I literally have a hot toy right on my desk right over here. This is the suit that I use, that I have for like all my birthday parties and shit. It's a 10. It sounds biased as fuck. It's a 10. If you don't agree with me, go argue with the wall, okay? This is the best suit in the game for me. They did it such good justice. I literally, once I beat the game and when I was doing my free roam exploring, I just used this suit all the time. It feels great. It looks great. I feel like out of all of the Spider-Man in the like movie stuff, this suit I feel like fits this Peter Parker the most. The only main criticism that I could potentially give it is that I think the eye lenses might need to be a little bit wider, like just a little bit. Like, I think if it was like this, it would be a little bit more accurate. So it's like this versus this, and I think this is more accurate, or like 2, sorry. Like I said, 10 out of 10, my favorite suit of the game. When I replay the game, this is the one I'm gonna use. $20.99. I think it looks a little more glossier here than it does in the first game. I like this color variant here. I also like that there's a symbiote color. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this neon thing. Overall, still one of like the best. I give this one a 9. Scarlet Spider. What's funny, I said the hot toy thing about the Andrew Garfield thing, but there were hot toys made of the $20.99 suit and the Scarlet Spider suit from the first game. I really like the Scarlet Spider suit here in these games. I like the way that you know, the texture is. This is like a really, really good recreation of it. And I'm not a Ben Reilly shill, but I would use this suit from time to time, especially this one. I like that the color inverse is on this one. Prowler colors here. Ugly mustard. Yeah, I really like this suit. I'm gonna give it a 9. Only reason it's not, actually, you know what? Nah, I'd give it a 10. It's a 10. I like this suit. It's so pretty. It's so good. I'm just not a Ben Reilly shill. Superior Spider-Man suit. This one is also really pretty. Getting this out of the way, I appreciate that the color variations. It's like the blue here. It actually looks really nice. Kind of reminds me of Blue Beetle, actually, especially with the armor on the back. This is just an inverse of like some of the colors, which is really cool. Again, going with this like weird neon look here. But with this one, I also like that the back actually has the spider arms. And I think, if I am kind of correct in this assumption, yep, the arms change, which is really cool. But like, again, it's one of those suits where it's like, I'm gonna give it a 9 just because I don't have the feels for it. But I really like the way that it looks. And actually, does this change too? It doesn't. That's weird. The green is comic accurate. Oh, gotcha. Still gets a 9 from me. The Anti-Ock suit. I'm glad that it's back, but oh my god, I never use this. It's good for like the iconic like final battle with Doc Ock, but I feel like that's really all that it's really used for. I like the white here. The white kind of reminds me of that anti-Venom thing. It also kind of reminds me of a Superior Iron Man. The red here actually looks really cool with the white spider logo. And then we have, once again, the green neon shit. I'm gonna give it like a 7. I think that's kind of like roughly where I put it on the first game anyways, but like I'm glad that it came back, but like in terms of like overall designs, like it's like above average for me. I remember seeing these pre-order suits and I was thinking, what the fuck are these suits? But I think the fact that they're the only suits with the cape and the cape physics actually work really well. It's good. Daredevil mustard and ketchup costume here. I like the blue on this one. This looks really nice. Honestly, I think if the white was replaced with the red, I think it would look even better. I like this, like the black color here. I just don't like the orange. Like if it was black and red, I think it'd be better. So like overall, I'm gonna give it like a 7. Same rate as the Anti-Ock suit. It's like above average for me, but like I would only use this every once in a while. I like the gauntlets. The gauntlets look cool, and I kind of like how they have that like web thing on there. Yeah, Moon Knight Spider-Man and like Assassin's Creed-ish, yeah. Yeah, overall I give it a 7. I like it, but I don't love it. Into the Spider-Verse Noir suit. I'm gonna give it like a 7 again. Like, I'm glad that the Noir suit is back. I'm glad that we have the trench coat. I'm glad that we have the hat. However, I really hate that it's the Spider-Verse version, the Nicolas Cage version. Because I really like the way that the Noir suit looks in Shattered Dimensions. And in the original game, they put it like, they made it more modern, so it looked good, but it didn't look great either. And I feel like they could have improved on it by just making it like, you know, more classic Spider-Man Noir. And then they just kind of replaced it with the Spider-Verse version. And like it has that like, you know, comic booky texture. Like again, like I'm glad it's here, but also the fact that this is the only Spider-Verse suit that Pete gets is just weird. But yeah, I agree. It's better than the modern Noir version, but I just wish it wasn't the Spider-Verse version. It's like one of those like good but not great suits for me. Homemade suit? Wait, can you like see his nose and his mouth through the mask? That's fucking weird. What? I feel like the pockets are weird too. Like you can see like the weird like hood part. I don't know, man. This suit's weird. It looks really weird in this game. I'm gonna have to give it like a 5. I'm not a fan of this one. I'm not really a big fan of the way that this one looks, and I'm wearing the hoodie right now. Yeah, it looks nice in the film but bad in the game. Spider-Punk. This one also has a hot toy, fun fact. I think it's all right. It's not my favorite. I'm glad it's here, but like I never really cared all that much about Spider-Punk. I'm sure like everybody until the Spider-Verse movie. That's where like he became real mainstream. I think it would have been better if Spider-Verse got the Spider-Punk treatment. But yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 6, like slightly above average for me. The Secret Wars Civil War suit. This is a comic suit, but I think they added the mask to it. I actually really like the way that this one looks. I saw someone play a game with this and it was really cool. I like that the backpack actually has the spider arms and like the tacticalness of it. I feel like this is something that like realistically like a person would wear if like they had that sort of like military grade tech. Overall, I'm gonna give it like an 8. I really like it. Yeah, Falcon Spider-Man. Yeah, I really like this suit. I'm gonna give it an 8. Classic Iron Spider suit, which should also have the arm change. I'm not a big fan of the alt colors, if I'm being real. This one's kind of nice, but that's about it. I'm gonna give it an 8. And I also think there's a hot toy of this. 10. Do I even need to say anymore? 10. Fucking one of the most iconic Spider-Man suits of all time. When this motherfucker showed up in the movie theater, when you saw this motherfucker in the trailer to Spider-Man 3, it is the GOAT. And like everyone was saying, this is gonna be in the game. The second that we knew that Venom was in the game, we're like, bro, they're gonna bring the Raimi suit back and we're gonna get the Spider-Man 3 black suit. It's so good. It is literally like a one-to-one recreation. The web lines look so great. When I replay through the game, I'm replaying all of the symbiote sections with this fucking suit. It's so good. It's so good that I want to keep the immersion and not use the symbiote powers. Just beat the snot out of people with Bully Maguire. 10. This one looks, in my opinion, better than what they had in the first game. They made it so that way like the webs are more white in this one, which I think are just more screen accurate for one. but it's literally like the Spider-Man 3 suit. Whereas I feel like the Maguire suit in the first game was like TASM 2. This one has the white webs, which make it a little bit more, I think like it stands out more. I think it's more accurate. And yeah, absolutely goated suit. 10, 10. Upgraded classic suit. There's something weird about this one. I think it's the fact that the webs are like that sort of like white texture. I think the build works in this game, but like, I don't know. It's one of those suits that I used a lot in the first game. I obviously didn't use it here. I probably will never use it here. And I'm glad it's here though. Like, it's a nice suit, but there's something off with it, so I'm gonna give it like a 7. We have the new blue suit. I don't know what suit this is from, but I really like it. This kind of reminds me of the Secret Wars suit. This is like a negative suit. Fantastic Four suit. Ah, thank you. I really like the way that this one looks, though. This one looks real nice. If, like, with this color, too. I don't know. There's something about this that hits with me. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I really like it for some reason. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. Yeah, I think I like this color too. I'm gonna give it a 9. This color I also really like, but I like the red and blue one more. I'm gonna give it a 9. Upgraded suit. This one looks way better than the Tom Holland suit, or the Homecoming suit, excuse me. I really like the way that it looks. Whenever I think of the Tom Holland Spider-Man suit, I think of this one. I really like it. I'm also gonna give it a 9 because of how much I like it. Stealth suit. I'm glad that you're back, mainly because the Noir suit was, you know, good but not great in the first game. But once this suit came out, I would use this for the stealth sections, and it was really cool. I wish I could use the stealth sections, use this for stealth sections here too. But one, the stealth sections in this game are not great, but also you can't change the time of day post-game, so you basically can't do like the kind of stealth sections that you'd want. Overall, I'm probably gonna give it like a 7. It's like, again, the good but not great. I really like the way that it looks though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the kind of like stealth suit, and the fact that we don't have a Noir suit. I don't know. I just really like this. 10. Like, don't even at me. This is a 10. Classic black suit with a black variant, a purple variant. Sorry. An anti-Venom variant, and then a fucking 90s variant with the red and blue outlines. Like, this shit is so good. The fact that this is in the game is wild to me. It's a 10, bro. What's funny is that I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, like the symbiote suit in the game, it looks so bad. But like, literally, if I go from here, it's like the same suit. Like, I don't know what people were complaining about. It's just a more tactical version of this suit, but this is the classic suit. It's like, this is absolutely one of my favorite suits of the game. And post-game also, I don't know if y'all realize this, he has the black webs. Even when you unlock the suit for the first time, he still does the punch and then swings around like that. I would use this a lot more often too. This suit's so good. It's a 10. Iron Spider suit. Do you also change? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? This suit is so overused. It really is. But like, bro, even in this game, hold on. Like the fact that the suit, like the texture changes with it, that's nice. I personally think that this suit is just way overused, but like it looks good here. This suit is very meh to me. Like I think the first time I saw it, I was like, ooh, this is like a nice interpretation. And then they just kept using this suit. And like a lot of people say that they prefer the classic suit to this one. And I kind of got to agree. Like the fact that the hybrid suit is here and I like this one more than this, that's just kind of it. Like, I'm gonna give it a 7. Again, good, but not great. The new red and blue suit, the final swing suit from Spider-Man No Way Home. This suit looks so goddamn good, especially in this game. The web lines are great. Like, the texture is just right, too. Like, the way that the texture looks. It's, like, honest, like I said, entirely screen accurate. The thing that I really like about this suit is that, hold on, if I do this, I never noticed this about this suit. What was it? Like, you know, it kind of has that spider logo. Like, the spider logo and stuff is cool. And, like, a lot of people were saying that he kind of took inspiration from, like, Tobey and Garfield's suit. But what I personally really like about this suit is that just like the Garfield suit, there's a button on the middle of his wrist that he actually presses to get the web shooter out. I also like that the web shooter is really subtle here too. It's not so subtle in the other suits, but like I like how subtle it is here. But going back to the Garfield suit for a second, because I actually did forget to showcase this. One of my favorite things about the Garfield suit was actually the fact that not only are the web shooters, like, obviously they're screen accurate because, you know, they have to be, but they also have the button in the middle. And that was like one of my favorite for like attention to details, that they have that button. And even my Spider-Man suit has that. I just really like that. Honestly, No Way Home suit, the new red and blue suit, it's also got to be a 10 for me. This suit's a 0. I fucking hate it. I hate this suit. Okay. I said this during my first like Spider-Man ranking that I did here on Twitch, and I didn't upload it to YouTube yet, I don't think, but whatever. I fucking hate this suit. And I'm gonna tell you why I hate this suit again. So the reason why this suit exists is to sell toys. When you think about it, this Iron Spider suit has been in every single Spider-Man movie. It's been in Homecoming, it was in Infinity War, it was in Endgame, Far From Home, and No Way Home. It was in all 5, right? The reason why they do that is because they're so obsessed with this suit. They love this suit so much to sell all the toys and shit, right? That's why this suit's in all of the movies, whatever. This fucking suit was made exclusively to sell toys. The reason why it's in the fucking movie is because some jackass splatters green paint on Spider-Man, so he has to turn his suit inside out for 2 scenes, so that way, like, they can just have this other suit. They have the magic gauntlet. It's like inside out circuitry of the suit. It's literally only here to sell toys. And the fact that there is also a hot toy of this suit just blows my mind. I hate this suit. There was no reason for it to exist. And then Aunt May cleans the suit at Feast after the 2nd time it's used. I hate it. I hate this suit. It looks like shit. The wire circuitry looks just whack. I hate this suit. It's a 0. I hate it so much. Life Story suit. Astronaut Spider-Man. I like it. I think it's cute. It gets like a 6. The Craven Last Hunt suit. I really like the coat on this. I like the texture. It has like a leather texture. This one's gonna be like an 8. I really like it. The Saving Lives suit. This is the Yuri suit. He's like Spider-Man Luchador. I like the red color because I think it's more Spider-Man-y with like the red and gold. But the purple also looks really nice. Like, again, I'm gonna have to give it an 8. I really like the way that this looks with that like sort of like leatherish look. I like it. I like it. Now we're going into the Deluxe Edition suits, so I'm gonna kind of speed around these because these are just kind of, they're all kind of meh to me. Like, this one's a 5. I kind of like what they're going for with it, but like this one's also like maybe a 6. Like the jacket's cool, like the half jacket with like, the spider logos and stuff. This is like a 6. The tactical suit, this one kind of reminds me a little bit of that astronaut-like thing again. This one's like a 5. The Stone Monkey suit. This actually reminds me of 1600 Spider-Man a little bit, but it still gets like a 5 just because the textures and colors are just so whack looking. I like the spider on the arms, like with the design there, so maybe I'm gonna bump it up to a 6, but it's like the colors are just not it. And the 25th Century suit, I'm not vibing with it either. It's like a 5. Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of any of those suits. And then we have Miles' suits, the second protagonist. Upgraded suit, I'm not gonna lie, I could barely tell the difference between these 2 suits, so I'm probably gonna give them the same rating, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna probably give both of these like an 8. The color variations are cool. I like the sort of like blue neon-ish stuff here. The white's okay. But this being like the kind of classic like red, white, and blue Spider-Man stuff, I feel like this would kind of be like a better interpretation of like an Insomniac suit for like Miles Morales probably. Because this one just feels like Ultimate Miles Morales, whereas this one actually has like the white logo and stuff, which kind of makes it more Insomniac. Speaking of Insomniac suits, I don't know what they were thinking with this suit. It looks so weird. Like, I feel like this one is actually the best color variation, if I'm being honest, like the white, because it's like 2 or 3 solid colors. I think that the saturation about the suit is fine. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the way that it looks. I don't like the hair. Everything else about the suit is fine. Bacon likes it. Oh no, you're it just doesn't really scream Spider-Man to me. Like, I don't know. Like, It's like the color palette is off. The lines. Like I think I said this during one of my playthroughs. Like it looks like a fucking Nightwing suit. Like the blue like patterns and stuff, it reminds me of the Nightwing suit. And I think that's why it looks weird. Like if you took away the red and replaced the red with black, it's like the Nightwing suit, you know? But like I also don't really like that the hair pops out on the top too. I'm not a big fan of that. Like it's unique, it's the most unique because it's the only suit that does that. But I don't know, it just, like I said, it doesn't really scream Spider-Man to me. I don't know, I'm gonna give it like a 4. It's like below average for me. I like, this would make like a good alternate suit, but the fact that it's a main suit is just weird. I don't know. Family business suit. It's kind of mid, if I'm being honest. It literally just kind of looks like an armor suit. I'm gonna give it like a 6. I think I gave this one an 8. I gave this one an 8. Yeah. Tracksuit. I'm gonna give it a 7. Color variations. I like. Ooh, this looks nice. This one I'm gonna bump up to an 8. This kind of looks like what the Insomniac suit should have been. Honestly, like this. This kind of looks like a more evolved version of like this. Yeah, that's getting an 8. Brooklyn 2099, it's like a 6. I don't know. I'm not vibing with it. The pants look cool. The variations look kind of all right. Yeah, it's a 6. Sportswear. I really like this. I like the idea behind this suit, like just the, you know, the coats and the hoodie. This is literally just What's Up Danger from Spider-Verse, and I appreciate that they have this here as a reference, because I even said during Miles Morales, like, this is just the What's Up Danger suit, but just a different color palette, and the color palette is literally right there. So I'm gonna give it like a 9. I really like it. I would wear this again. The Life Story suit. Why does it look like he's just in like dress clothes? 7. Miles Morales 2099. They should make a hot toy of this suit. This suit looks nice. This one's getting a 9 from me. I really like the way that it looks. The color variations minus this one are mid. Actually, you know what? I like the black and gold. I don't like this. I like this as like the white suit. But yeah, like 9 and 10. Advanced tech suit. Gonna give it like a 7, even with the color variations. I kind of like this with the white and red, but like this kind of reminds me of the Anti-Ock suit, but for Miles. And I think I said that when it was in the last game too. Shadow Spire. This one's a 9. Shadow Spider, excuse me. This one's a 9. I really fucking like the way this looks. Like it has the throwing knives and the it has the throwing knives. It has like the gauntlets. It literally reminds me of Batman. And I love it because of the way that it looks. I like the first color palette. I don't like the second one. The third one, I just don't think it works with the blue. And then this one is almost the same thing, but I like the red on it. Like Injustice 2 Damian Wayne vibes. Yeah, exactly, Melody. I think that's why I'm rating it so high. 2020 suit. This is a 10. I love the way that this looks. It's like such an iconic suit. This is a lot of people's favorite suits. I think it's really grown on me. This is a 10 for me. Purple Rain suit, the Prowler suit. I like the you know, the eyes too. This one's gonna be like an 8. It's you know, it's not my vibe. I think if it was a little more like this purple, I'd like it more, but then the green kind of stands out. I'm not really a big fan of these other two variations. But yeah, I'm gonna give it, what did I say, 8? 10 for Spider-Cat. Don't at me. I don't need to explain anymore. I don't like the green hoodie, but I appreciate that like all of the, like the outfit is basically exactly the same minus the hoodie and then the shoes. I still like the red version the best, but that's also because all of the other variations have the... Oh, I just realized something. I didn't realize this before because I was like, oh, it's so weird that like they had like a color swap for the cat. But no, the cat is actually wearing Miles's mask. So the original one is still wearing the classic Spider-Man mask, but this is where like the other ones are wearing Miles. Or these two are wearing Miles, and then the first two are wearing Spider-Mans. I didn't think about that before. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a 10. I think my favorite variation is still the this one, followed closely by the black hoodie because I'm an emo kid. I love black. Forever suit, it's a 10. Especially this one and this one. The gold one reminds me of Killmonger a lot. They have the red as default, obviously, because of Spider-Man. And I think it still looks good, but like it's literally just like Insomniac's version of a Black Panther suit, but with the Spider-Man logos. It looks so good. I love what it's doing. I love what it represents. It's a 10. Homemade suit. It gets like a 3 for the Tims. That's it. I'm not a big fan of the way that these suits look. It reminds me a lot of the homemade suit from like Tom Holland's. I'm just not a fan of it. The neon, like these two especially, I'm not a fan of. But like, I think I like this one. Like this one, actually, you know what? I like this one more. I think like the red and white I don't like on this one, but I like the black and red on this one. This color variation I think bumps it up to like a 5 or a 6. But the rest of them are like 4. Into the Spider-Verse, 10. You all know the reason why. Such a good suit. Such a iconic suit, especially for Miles, with like the spray paint and stuff. It's a 10. The only thing that I don't like, and Insomniac, if you're listening, please listen. But whenever you click any Spider-Verse suit, it will automatically change the frame rate thing. And I don't want it. Once I set it off one time, please keep it off. Thank you. It's a 10. Another Into the Spider-Verse suit. This only other suit in the game to have a cape. Miles' first suit with like Stan Lee giving him the mask and like him buying the costume. It's too small on him. It doesn't fit him. But it's just because it doesn't fit him yet. It's a 10. It's like a perfect recreation. I love it. I actually wish this was in the first game because I feel like it's more appropriate there. The end suit. This was one of my favorite suits. I'm going to give it a 10 because I really like the way that it looks. The color variations, I'm not a fan of this one, not a fan of this one, fan of the red. That's basically it. Like, I love the hoodie stuff. I love the camo pants. It feels like this is something that I would wear if I was a superhero, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Red Hood vibes. This one especially gives me Red Hood vibes. The 10th anniversary suit. I think this is a trap. I heard somebody say that, like, people who don't like this suit aren't good at fashion. Is that true? Because, like, I don't know why, but, like, this reminds me of Daft Punk, I think. Am I thinking of Daft Punk? I think I'm thinking of Daft Punk. I'm not a fan of this color. I'm more of a fan of this color. I think this one works more. This color, like, but it's just kind of like the inverse of this. I think this one looks better. And I actually really like the way that, like, this one switches with, like, you know, it starts with, like, the light blue at the bottom, then it goes to purple. Like, I'm gonna give it a 6. I like it. It's not like one of my favorites, but like, you know, the hoodie, or the turtleneck that goes up to his mouth. I don't know. There's just something unique about it. Kind of like it. Programmable matter suit. I don't know about this one, Sunny D. This one's got to be like a 6. Like the lighting is cool on it, but I don't know. I would never use this. It's like a 6. Or no, it's like a 5. It's average. I changed my mind. It's 5. The strike suit. This is one ugly ass suit. I don't know why it's here. The gauntlets are really big. The fucking like collar up. This is like a 3. I don't like this suit. Why did they bring this back? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. suit. I really fucking like this suit. I don't know if this is a comic reference or what. I really like this suit. It feels like something that Miles would wear if he had to go undercover as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. And I feel like it is a comic accurate suit. I like that the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo is actually there, unlike this suit where I think the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo is supposed to be. Yeah, no, I'm giving it like a 9. I really like it. I really, really like this suit. Great responsibility suit. This is the best color variant. I already know that immediately just because of the Miles color variant. I know what they're doing with this. Like, it's like his first like official suit that Pete gives him with like the knee and elbow pads and everything. But like, I like the way that this one looks more, but it's still gonna be like this makes it like a 6 or a 7. But this makes it like a 4 or a 5. 10, and you all know the reason why. I'm going to be using this more than this, just because I really like the way that this suit fucking looks. It looks so rad. It looks so good. Like, honestly, this one looks more like comic-y than this one. I don't really like using the animated style suits because it doesn't really mesh well with me with like the hyper-realistic graphics. I was playing with this one for a while, and I really liked it. I didn't really feel much of a difference. It's just like the way that the light kind of reflects off of it. That's like the only thing. But in general, I really like this. This is a 10. Crimson Cowl suit. I'm more of a fan of this color variant just because of the black and the red. It feels more Miles. This one is just red and black. Gonna give it like a 7. It's like a great suit, but it's not like super duper amazing, you know? 10, don't at me. The fact that this suit's in the game, we all know what it's referencing. The red, like I said, it's the same thing with the Black Panther suit. It's red because it has to be Spider-Man. X-Force is just, or not the X-Force, this is like the stealth suit. This one looks really good, but these two, the fact that like the leather jacket actually has the stripes on them to make it more like Logan's jacket, this is a great fucking suit. I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. 10 out of 10, one of my favorites. The Dark Ages suit, the Miles symbiote suit, anti-venom suit, like lava-ish. This one gives me more like Carnage vibes. I feel like it just kind of reminds me of like a Miles version of the symbiote suit, but like there's something about the hood that I'm not a big fan of, but I feel like if Miles had the symbiote, would he create a hood for the suit? Like, considering that most of these also have hoods on them, I think that's like a good like interpretation for that. Why does it look like the alien is wearing alien sneakers? Do y'all see that? It looks like he's wearing alien Jordans. I'm gonna give it a 9. This looks good. This looks really good. Absolute Carnage suit. The black and red makes it more Miles, but this makes it Carnage. I'm also giving it a 9. Like the way that like the tentacles kind of like move and stuff. I wish that they actually were moving. It's weird that they're kind of all like in place, but the way that this suit looks, holy shit, it's a fucking 9. The King in Black suit. You literally give me these two suits and then you give me this. I like the red more, but this is supposed to be more Miles. The logo on his forehead is weird. This looks like fucking Swamp Creature. This one's like a 7. I really like this suit. This is such a good suit. This is what you get for the Brooklyn Pride missions. I'm gonna give it like an 8. It's not one of my like favorites, but I really like the way that it looks. The Mysterio suit. I'm surprised that they didn't use this for his default because it's red. This literally just looks like a Mysterio Spider-Man suit. I'm gonna give it like a 7. I like the way that it looks, but I wouldn't use it. I'd probably use like more the red and black version, even though like these two are the more accurate ones. The Most Dangerous Game suit. Is this literally just the same suit but for Miles? Is it? It's just the same suit, bro. They could be matching Spider Bros. That's so funny. I actually like that. What? I think I like it more because of that. Hey, look, remember when they were both Spider Cubes? Now they're both Craven. That's so funny. I think for the fact that they're both the same suit. What did I rate this? Like an 8? I'm gonna give it an 8 again. Yeah. The City Sound suit. Not gonna lie, I would wear this with the Noir suit. Like if I had like a combination, this just looks so fucking rad. This is like Miles's version of the Noir suit. I like it. I'm giving it a 9. I'm not a fan of these other variations, but this one, it's getting a 9. I really like it. It looks super, yeah, classy. And then here are the Deluxe Edition suits. What? That's like a 4. Encoded suit's like a 4. His flags on his pockets. It's like a 4. Ooh, this looks cool actually. This one I'm probably gonna give like a 7. I like the texture on it. It feels like molten lava Spider-Man. That looks nice. Kamen Rider? Wait a minute. This Miles looks like a fucking Power Ranger here. And I love Power Rangers. Power Rangers is gonna get like an 8 for me. This is a rad suit. What? I wish it had different color variations though. Like if it was like if it had red instead of orange, I think I might like it better. What the hell is this suit? This one's getting like a 5 for me. I don't know what, like it's like very techno-y. I don't like the rings there on his wrists. It reminds me way too much of the black and gold suit. And I fucking hate the black and gold suit. So you're getting like a 4. And actually, this is the only other suit in the game that you can actually see Miles's hair. And for that, I'm gonna give it a 1. No, I'm just kidding. I like this suit actually. Yeah, it has like the web designs. Honestly, like I feel like if the red was more like this red, I think I'd like it more. But it looks more like an orange-ish instead of a red. Maybe like make the actual like gray parts of the suit darker. Like if it had this color palette, I think this would be like an amazing suit. But like the color palettes kind of make it like a 6. But like I said, like this, like it reminds me a lot of this one, right? It's like I was saying, like this kind of feels like an alternate, like these. But yeah. So those are my super suit ratings. My favorites for each of the characters though, it's got to be Amazing 2 for Peter, but it's also going to be a very hard tie between the Best There Is suit. Specifically, I like both of these color variations, but this is a Wolverine suit, so it's kind of cheating a little bit. But in terms of like my favorite Miles Spider-Man suit, it's gonna be the Across the Spider-Verse suit with Bodega Cat being like right behind it. And that's gonna be it. So thank you all again so much for watching. What are your favorite suits of the game for Peter and Miles? And we need to take a moment of silence for all of our fallen comrades, all of the suits from the first Spider-Man game, and I believe there are some that might be missing from Miles Morales. I can't be certain, but we must give a moment of silence for the suits that we have lost. So yeah, good stuff.